Hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Dycart, and this is episode 8 of my Farming Sim 17 Farewell Let's Play. Unfortunately, I started my recording right when I was getting ready to start working the fields here to harvest for the very first time. In between episodes, I brought all my gear over, and I started working on the field and got this much done, and then realized I wasn't recording. I forgot to hit that button. So here I am, starting over with the recording. So you've missed the first couple rows, but honestly, look how slow it's going. Haven't missed too much. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm doing this as my first field I'm harvesting that I own. Because again, when I played it before and streamed it, I just did grass. That's all I did. So yeah, this is pretty exciting for me. So this first field, I think I'm gonna do manually. So I'm gonna harvest, and then I'm gonna empty it into the trailer all by myself. But in future, when I do it, I will hire and have people do it, so it'll go a lot faster. But looks like we're at 83% full now, so we're getting pretty close. But yeah, for this first one, I kind of just want to do it all myself. Try to get this straightened out a little bit. Never getting close. Looks like we're gonna fill right here on this row, and then I'll bring the trailer over. So is it gonna be 4,400? It might be maybe a little bit higher than that. 48. Maybe we won't fill on this first row. Yeah, it's gonna be close. 97, 98, 99. It's going to be 4,500, and we just filled. Okay, so I turn this off, and then I switch over to this guy, and let's bring him out there. So this is good because I've got 4,500 canola, and I've only done one, two, three, and almost a fourth rows, and that's it. So that's pretty darn good. And now when I get up here, that's probably good. So I'll hop in here and hit O. Whoops. Let's back this up. And it automatically empties. So this trailer can hold, I think it was 10,000, so it should be able to hold well, maybe more. Maybe it was 100,000. No, I think it was more. I think it was 10,000. Yeah, it was 10,000. So this should be able to hold 2 full loads of this before I have to go empty it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the engine on the tractor, switch back over to the harvester, and let this empty out, and then bring this back and start working again. And I can just leave this tractor here. So yeah, I'll just leave that tractor there and then just move it when the time comes. All right, I took that corner a little wide. Excellent. And now we get to fill it again. So going by that, we're going to get a lot of canola out of this field. That is fabulous. Okay, so let's hit our cruise control. Yep, cruise control is now on. So, oh, it looked like it paused it. Interesting. I thought it would still go. All right, so canola. This is the canola. Right now, I can go to Gomez Ridge Acres for 1,312 per 1,000 liters. I already have 4,500 liters. So we're looking at what, $6,000 just for what I already have done, and I'm not even close to half done with the field. So this might be an over $20,000 job, which is fantastic if it is, because that means we only have to do the job a couple times, and we'll be able to afford a better piece of machinery, possibly an upgraded tractor or something. Maybe not that. I don't know what I'm going to have to buy next. Actually, I do know. Nothing. Instead, I'll get a field. Maybe I'll try to purchase all 3 of these fields before I start purchasing more equipment, now that I have the equipment necessary to work the fields. Why did it slow down? Whoops. Oh, I see. I accidentally hit the button and turned off the cruise control. Alright. Let's get it over here. We'll just kind of keep doing it this way. Again, I'm not sure if this is a good way to do it or not, but whoops. I don't like backing up. So this way I can just always be going forward, and I don't have to worry about trying to get lined up perfectly because it's such a sharp turn. Again, I'm not sure if that's a good way to do it or not. I've just seen someone do it that way, and I've seen someone go, like I've also done all the way around the outside edge and just kind of spiral in, and then I've also done just the individual rows right next to each other. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the best is, so I'll just kind of wing it. Yeah, so when we get to 2250, we're half full. And again, we didn't have to pay for the seed or the fertilizer or the plowing of this field at all. We literally bought the field, and now we get to harvest it and reap the rewards. So I'm really hoping that the sale of this field will be enough. I don't know that it will, but if it'll be enough to purchase that field in the distance over there, field 15, that would be super. And if not, we'll sell it, and then we'll keep working for other people for a while, and while our field's growing. I figure for now, since I need money, I figured for now what I'll do is, if the price is green, showing that it's an okay price, I will go ahead and just sell as soon as I'm done harvesting the field. Whereas if it's not green, then I'll store it in the silos until it is green. I'm thinking in the future, once I have enough money built up, I would probably be smarter to not necessarily watch for it to be green, but watch for it to be as high a green as possible. But yeah, and every time you make a sale, the value goes down of that crop type. So this is canola. So when I go sell 1 trailer load of canola, the price is going to drop. So when I take that second trailer, I'm not going to make quite as much on it. So it would behoove me to possibly make my next purchase the largest size trailer I can possibly purchase, because then I'm getting the maximum amount I can per harvest. So I'm thinking either do that, or I don't know, another approach I could take is to take the first load, sell it, and when the price goes down, this would be future, not right away, because we just need money right now. So we'll just sell everything. But sell the 1 load at a good price, and then wait for the price to go up before I sell the second load. So that's a possibility. I might do something like that. But again, that's in the future. For these first few harvests, it's just as soon as I get the money, I just need to spend it immediately on upgrades and stuff. Like, for instance, a better harvester that can go more than 6 miles an hour, or do a wider section, that's just going to speed the whole process up. Because this seems to be the slowest, besides possibly plowing. Plowing might be slower than this, or about the same speed. But plowing, we only have to do every 3rd harvest. So that being slow isn't as bad. Alright, we're getting close here. In fact, we're getting so close, I think I'm going to go ahead and just empty it right now. Let's get that. Put that out and switch vehicles. Let's get ourselves parked under here. Alright, good enough. Switch back. And then once this is empty, we'll start our harvest again. So yeah, yay, we're harvesting our first field. I have the time set to real-time speed right now, just to give myself time to do this harvest, because I knew I'd be pretty slow at it. Alright, we're almost done here. Alright, now we can go work on this. So since this trailer is just about full, I think what I'll do is when it's next ready to empty, the harvester that is, I will fill the trailer as full as I can get it, and then just run the trailer over and dump it in the silo. That way I can harvest the whole field before I drive to town. If I had multiple tractors, I would have one tractor running a trailer to town to sell and another tractor with a trailer following the harvester, just to kind of speed up the process. But obviously right now we've got the minimum required to do it. We're not going to try to push it any more than that. But once we get this field harvested, we'll need to plow it, and then we're going to need to decide what crop we want to plant, which is exciting. I like that idea of trying to decide. What I don't know, because I don't know enough about the game yet, is, just to throw an arbitrary number out there, let's say this field gives me 15,000 canola, like 15,000 liters of the product. What I don't know is, let's say I do wheat next. Will it also give me 15,000? Or, like, do the different types of I guess they call them fruits in this game, but the different types of stuff you can plant, do they give you different amounts on the harvest? That's what I'm not sure about, because if it's the same amount, then obviously I want to plant whatever's going to give me whatever it sells for the most. And that's pretty simplistic that way. But I know the prices will fluctuate, though, so my goal is to kind of mix it up. But when I only have one field, it might be worth it to just, keep doing whatever I'm going to make the most. But if the harvest you get from each field is different, for instance, wheat gives you less than corn or more than corn or something like that, then it becomes tough to decide what I want to plant. So, and I won't know that until, like, maybe when I'm done with this, I might write down exactly how much I got out of the harvest, and then maybe try to plant something different, and then write down what I get out of that, and just kind of judge. As long as I'm using the same field, obviously it's the same area that's been sown, so I should get a better idea. And I'd rather find out kind of naturally than go try to study up and read on it. I haven't read anything on a wiki or anything about this game. Oops, overturn that a little bit. Not necessarily because I'm against that, because I use them all the time, but more because since I wanted this to be almost feeling like almost like a survival type situation where I'm starting from scratch, I thought it would be more fitting if I didn't know exactly what I should be doing. Like maybe I make some mistakes because I'm a new farmer. But looks like we're over half done with the field. That's pretty exciting. And we're over half full with this load. turn in a little bit. So yeah, as I said, I'm not going to sit here and work every field manually like this. In fact, once I buy a second tractor, I will probably start automating the work, hiring a worker to do the fields while I am on the second tractor doing whatever else needs to be done. You know, working on a separate second field, or mowing the grass, or taking care of the sheep, whatever the case may be. That's the plan, at least. But that's in the future. I am so excited though. First harvest, first field. This is the first time I've finally purchased all the basic things I need to grow the basic materials. So from now on, I can just make money by working my fields, rather than having to go cut trees and having to work for other people. Now, of course, while I'm waiting for my field to grow, since I only have one field right now, I should be going and doing that other stuff just to help my income. But I don't have to, and that's kind of a cool little concept. You know, I don't have to do it, but if I do, it'll help me out. But without doing it, as long as I work my fields, I'll eventually be making money. That's exciting. So yeah, there are a few things I would like to do. I'd like to get I think it's called a telehandler. Better for loading, especially like the trees and stuff like that. But you know, just in general, the front loading stuff. So I'd like to get one of those. And oh, you know what? I didn't even realize. Let's just pull up next to this and unload. Oh, did I not go far enough? Oh, I did. Whew. So we'll go until this is done. Yeah, see, it's just about full on the trailer. Full. Okay, switch back to this guy, pull that in, turn off the engine, and switch to this guy, and let's turn on the engine. And for now, we're going to store this. So I'm thinking my estimate of 1,500, probably pretty close. Yeah, 15,000. I mean, it's probably pretty close. It might be a little bit more than that, which is exciting. Because right now, I have 10,000. So I'm going to get, just for this load, I'm going to get 10 times the asking cost, which now has dropped down to 1,300. But, you know, that's pretty good, right? Just for one load. But now that I've seen it in 1,400, I'm like, do I really want to do the 1,300? I could wait, see if it goes back up. But, alright, so right now what I'm doing is I'm taking this over to store it in my silo. Let's scroll out a little bit. Pull up here, and this is officially the first product I am storing in the silo. Okay, unload. Yay! There we go. Our first product. Sweet. Okay, and now we can head back and continue to. We can finish unloading that harvester and then hopefully finish this field. Oh, that's exciting. Our first field. I feel like a real farmer now. Whoops. I mean, really, I can just cut across the grass, but if you look at that, this grass is almost fully ready to be mowed again, like the next day, like tomorrow. Like I can work this field once it's done being plowed and seeded and fertilized. Then I should have all that grass ready to go to sell off some more silage. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's pull this guy up next to it, and I'm guessing that's going to be okay. So we'll shut him off. switch over. I guess I shouldn't have put this back in. So let's see, will it unload? It will unload without me starting the motor. So that's good. I can turn off the motor and save a little fuel every time I unload. And here we go. Yeah, we're working our first field. There's just something about the way this works is cool. You know, gather with the harvester, eventually drive the truck next to the harvester and have it just unloading as I go. So I don't have to like stop like this every time. You know, that's pretty exciting. All right. Let's try to finish this field off, huh? Whoops. A little too sharp on that one. Get backed up again. I wonder if I can do this in 2 more trips. Let's see. I think it's going to take 3. I think there's going to be just a little left over, a thin line. And of course I don't want to waste any. So I'll grab whatever I possibly can. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to take this, finish this trip, and then 2 more on just on this path right here. Looks like the other side might be a little bit thicker. We'll see. I might have to go 1 extra one over there. All right. We're doing it, folks. We are harvesting our own field, our very first field as a farmer. So, yeah, I'm thinking somewhere around 15,000. That's pretty good. And since we have the seed, I might wait and see if that price will go up a little bit, because I'm not super in a hurry to buy the next step. Although that field's going to be 50,000, and when that's close to harvest, if I'm close to 50,000, I want to try to buy that field. Whoa, I'll get it later. Okay. I guess I lifted it a little soon on that last one. And what I don't know is, I know some crops, all this, I don't know what you call it, but the stuff flying out the back there, some crops will actually leave a row like the mowed grass that has a row along the backside there, that I can then follow up and bale and actually get hay that way. But I don't know which. I'm assuming wheat is one of them, but I don't know what the other crops are that I can make hay out of after I've harvested. They call that swath, maybe? Not sure about that. Alright, so it looks like as I'm coming back the next time, I'm going to have to empty again. Which is pretty awesome. Because this one's not quite half full after that trip. Okay, so I'll start out grabbing the whole thing. But, well, maybe not. Yeah, I'm already going to leave some. So, yep, no matter what, I'm going to have to do another trip on this row. So, as long as I get everything to the right, that's my goal. Because obviously what's left here is going to be narrow enough, I'll be able to get it no matter what. Oh, how exciting is this? Our first field. So once I'm done harvesting this field, I think I will, well, I'll speed the game up a little bit, but I might just do the plowing and seeding between episodes, because, you know, I know that you don't necessarily want to see me work this field the entire episode. Or maybe you do, I don't know. But I'll probably do that between episodes. Okay, that'll work. And then we'll go down here and we'll empty it into the trailer, and then we should be able to finish off the field before we have to do our final unload. So the last two trips both are a little bit thinner than the actual header, which is fine. That means we're going to get 100% of what we can. We're not going to be leaving any left, I don't think. So I think it was a good choice. I'm glad I bought this field instead of the other one, because that field 15 would have been great, but I think I'm going to make more money off of this field. It's just bigger, so I'm going to get a bigger harvest every time. So that's pretty good. How are we doing? We're getting 86%. So we don't quite have enough space in this harvester to hold the entire amount. So I think what I might do here is let me finish this off. Raise this, and let me see if I can just dump it from the back on my way by. Right there. Yeah. And then just these 2 rows left. And then we'll empty it the last time, park the harvester, and then we'll decide whether we're going to sell right away or not. But you can see how it'd be faster if we actually had the truck driving next to it the whole time, because then it would just be a constant. It's going. It doesn't have to stop like this and go through the whole unload process. But you know, again, first time doing it, I kind of wanted to do it all manually. And here we go, our last 2 rows. Yay! So I have 10,000 liters in my silo right now. See how many we finish this with. So I know I've seen the price over 1,400. So I think I'll make that my, if I can, if I don't need to purchase something. Like for instance, that field, if it gets ready to harvest, that field 15 over there in the distance, if it gets ready to harvest and I'm, you know, then it's going to cost me 50,000 to purchase it, and I have 30,000 or whatever from working fields as time goes by, then I'm definitely going to just go sell whatever I can for the canola just to get the money to purchase that field before he harvests it, before the guy that owns it, so that I can do this and get the first thing I do with the field is a harvest. So we'll see. But see these, like, see the grass, there's actually 2 rows of grass here that I left behind that can be baled. That's what I mean by like the wheat and something else. It'll leave rows like that behind the harvester. And then I can bale it, so I'm not only just getting the regular product, I'm also getting hay bales. And I think what I would like to do is use that harvest of whatever. I might just try wheat, because I'm almost positive that's one of them. I don't know what the others are. Just to get those bales so that I can use those bales as my food for my sheep and use the grass silage as something to sell, because you make much more money from silage than you do off of just hay bales. So that might be what I do in the future. Mow the grass to sell and bale the hay to use for food. I might even eventually look into pigs and cows, but they're a little bit more complex. You have to feed them more than just hay or grass. So, all right, look at this. Boom, first field done. Oh, how exciting. All right, I'm gonna empty this here and then go park it. Oh, this is exciting. Our first field harvested. Yeah! And that harvest took a little over 30 total minutes doing it manually like that. Because remember, I had like 2 rows done before I hit record. So yeah, and it's about 30 minutes into the video now. So yeah, a little more than 30 minutes. I think when I do it automatic, it'll probably go a little bit faster, especially if I get the trailer just driving with it. But all right, so let's just park this guy right here. Lower that header and then turn her off. All right, let's head to this. And we got 8,157. So we got 18,000 or 1,800. Sorry, no, 18,000. As I just drive across my field. Oops, I guess who cares? Yeah, woohoo, bonsai. So anyway, we got 18,000 from that one harvest. So basically, we can take the price of canola and multiply it by 18, and that should be how much we get for selling it, roughly. Because remember, once we sell the first 10,000, the next group is going to be less than that. So let's take a quick peek right now. It's still at 1312, so it actually looks like it's been going down. I think I'm going to store this and try to wait. I might regret it. It might go down even farther, and I end up having to sell it for a lot less. But let's hope. Let's hope waiting works for us. Okay, and then it was I to unload. Yay! That field is fully harvested. Excellent. So now the field needs plowed, if I remember right. Growth, soil composition. Yeah, needs plowing, so it's red. So I'm going to plow it and then sow it, then fertilize it. And what we want to do is we want to keep an eye on both the growth of that field right here, number 15, and we want to keep an eye on the price of canola so that we can sell it when the time comes. So for now, let's just take this trailer. And I know this place is so disorganized. Eventually, I'll be able to buy storage and actually organize the storage better. But for now, we're going to go pick up this little plow. And I just realized I put the thing right in front of it. I might still be able to grab it. Let's see. See if I can get the angle right. Oh, yeah. It's going to work. All right. So what I'm confused about with this plow is it looks like it should be able to swing out like to the left and have the wheel off to the side, kind of like my mower does. And I think that would be a better way to go about it. You know, so it's more horizontal behind the tractor instead of sticking straight out behind it. But I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to go. And I don't see any command for pushing it out like that. So I'm not sure. All right. So, and it's like, I don't know, there's a difference, I think, from plowing to the outside like I would be doing right here versus plowing to the inside, but I don't know what that difference is and if it matters in this game. I really don't. Okay, so let's lower the plow. And again, I'm not seeing any like thing to open it up or offset it. So I really don't think that I can. All right, so let's do this. So plowing, how fast? I can go 9 miles an hour instead of 6. So I think plowing might go a little bit faster because the width of this isn't much different than the width of that harvester. But doesn't it look like it's overlapping a little too much? Like it should be able to extend out to the left there and cover a little wider area? It really seems like it should, but again, I'm new enough to the game. I don't know that for sure. And I would like to hire a worker to just start working on this and do it, but I don't. There's nothing else for me to do. I could hire the worker and then just stand around and watch. So for now, might as well do it myself. Let's just go somewhere in here, maybe, as our next row. See if it works to do it that way. And then hold down 3. And now it's on cruise control. So yeah, because the field is large, we got a good harvest. But wow, look at, I'm really going at an angle, aren't I? Because the field is large, we got a good harvest, but that does mean it's going to take us more time to prep it for the next planting. Whoops, hit the wrong button again. And then we lift it. Get lined up here. So it might be worth it to make my next purchase. I mean, obviously my next purchase needs to be that field. But it might be worth it to make my next equipment purchase a second tractor. Because then I can hire and have someone working one field while I'm, like, say, mowing the grass. Or working another field. Speaking of, I'm going to speed up time to 5 times. So yeah, working our field, our very own field. Yay! Yeah, I kind of wish there was a little bit more I could do, something different to kind of, be a little bit more exciting. But right now, this is all I have to work on, because we only own the one field and the one tractor. But eventually, it'll get better. Eventually, I'll be running around, starting workers on the fields, and leaving and going doing other stuff, and starting workers on multiple fields at once. All sorts of cool stuff like that. I wonder if it matters that I'm not plowing in a straight line. Looks like it doesn't. It looks like it's drawing the lines on the field properly, even though I'm going at an angle. So that's good. I appreciate that. And then if I do this, you can see that parts of the field show it does not need plowed anymore. So it's working. We're going to help this field be fertile. What I don't know, what I don't know is how fertile it was when I bought it. So it's possible that if we plow it this time, because it showed as needing plowed, but it's possible that if we plow it this time, whoa, I am really bad at this, that we will plow it and then plant and fertilize. It's possible next harvest we'll actually get more, like a bigger harvest. I don't know. I don't know if we got the maximum harvest we could or not. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this field. All machines from CSC are on sale. I'm going to go ahead and keep working this field, but I think I'm going to end this episode here. And it's a little shorter. It's only about 40 minutes. A little shorter than my previous episodes. And my standard for this Let's Play at 1 hour. But yeah, I mean, I'm literally going to spend the next probably 40 minutes just doing this. So I'll go ahead and end it and finish this off between episodes. And then I'm not sure whether I'll seed it and fertilize it between episodes or do that during the next episode. We'll find out. But yay, episode 8, and I'm finally harvesting my first field. Or I finally harvested my first field. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please, please, please feel free to leave comments and let me know, because like I said, I'm new to this game, so any comments that might help me out are very much appreciated. So yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Take care.